One Zambia, one nation. Thank you so much for joining us on Zanis News. My name is Michael Mayani. Coming up in the news, Kasapa Main Hospital in Mushindamo to have a mortuary. RDA to construct Mushtara Kimasara Bridge in Sorezi. And in Dora Press Club aids 40 families whose houses collapsed. And now Zanis News in detail. Government has assured Mushindamo residents that part of the Constituency Development Fund, CDF, will be used to construct a mortuary at Kasapa Main Hospital. Provincial Permanent Secretary Grandson Katambi made the assurance after inspecting the health facility, which has started operations but without a mortuary. Mwape Mwisa now reports.
Kasapa Main Hospital in Mushindamo district has opened its gates to the public to access primary health care. Though the hospital has been equipped with necessary equipment, it is operating without a mortuary.
It's all primary health care here that we have. So starting from diagnostic, therapeutic, also we are doing certain things in the lab that initially we are not able to do here. We've not yet started to do major surgical procedures like cesarean sections. We're still organizing.
Even from the clinic there, when a person passed on, we are forced to take the body to Sorowezi mortuary.
Northwestern Province Permanent Secretary Grandson Katambi wants the mortuary to be prioritized.
Whoever was signing that contract should have signed thought of a mortuary. And we can imagine somebody loses life here and he was just to be taken to Sorezi. And from Sorezi, they have to bring that body here. It's a cost. Within CDF, I'm promising you, within that CDF, we shall shombola something from there.
Sure. Permanent Secretary has also taken time to interact with the staff.
Your job is to look after the lives of people. Don't segregate, don't discriminate. People of Mushindamo, basically half of them, 3/4 of them are illiterates. Maybe you want to save somebody who's, wearing perfumes and no. So you should count yourselves to be wonderful people.
Mwape Mwisa for Zanis News in Mushindamo District, Northwestern Province.
Still in health news, Congo Town Council in Western Province has handed over a newly constructed health post in Stapa area to government in readiness for the official opening. The health post has been constructed under the Constituency Development Fund, CDF, and is expected to service a population of over 8,000 people. Here's the rest of the story.
Amongst the many challenges that new districts such as Congo face is lack of critical physical infrastructure in various sectors that include health. As a result, local residents are forced to travel long distances just to access health care. To address this, since inception, Sikongo Town Council has been spearheading projects that aim at addressing physical infrastructure challenges. And recently, the local authority handed over this newly built and completed health facility to central government in readiness for official opening to communities.
Facility, or the two facilities, the house and the health posts, came with the bore, the water facility, the one we are seeing there. The 2018 CDF project. This one started on the 1st of September 2019 and it was finished on the 30th of January 2020. The reliability period, or the defect reliability period, is 1st February 2020 to 1st February 2021.
To ensure that the lifespan of this facility is prolonged, government has urged residents to take up ownership of the new clinic and guard it as if it's their personal belonging.
Ofisi zao na kuli mtoro fama reports akuli kwa mtu sinye hile lunaluka unela kwa baba sinyize kimina bali mtu abashembe hakuna nisi sinyi mwa hai baba luka akusizi babu sekisi sinyi kibomani cyo iminamuna nikubona ku iri sinyizeo disikeza to sinyalika ko baeza kuli to sinya hape kona atabuto batamuliani wo bizwa pana ndo kwana mina mubona muti ya sinya kimina baka kumuswara kakwisi sinyi sikasinya ruki kazenga tanja kichwa wasinya kwa mulaka kwa kuyozwa liko muzaluna utosinya kutozwa muli animo uyosinya kuyozwa zape mundi mattress mwale kwa babereki baluna mwale kya alula tukuta kutangalika liso lwezeka ikamuswa.
And the direct beneficiaries of the facility have expressed gratitude towards this gesture.
Kona kuli neluna ni butata wasichava kwanu kwa staba bakensa neluna ni libaka butelele kuzwa kwanu ya kwatuwa ki disenze telele maswe tole nelufitsa witumelo bobutuna kamuso lwamuhera kuyamana ni kupo.
Zanis, Sikongo District, Western Province.
In Muchinga Province, traders at Chinsali Main Market have appealed to government to rehabilitate it to modern standards in order to accommodate the increased demand for trading spaces. Henry Rumpa Jr. conducted a spot check at the market and brought us this report.
This is the Chinsali Main Market located in the Central Business District, which has continued to be busy due to the increasing population in the provincial headquarters. The limited space for traders at this market has forced other traders to resort to selling their products along the roadside, which also poses a great danger of accidents to them.
We have a lot of marketeers clogged in our main road. So we need the government to just upgrade this market.
Traders at this market have appealed to government to rehabilitate and expand their facility.
Ka market ka nono echo tuleka bila cha kutila muno mu market ngabaisa to batuma shop tonso tutwa ingira mukati bachipanga fe chimwe chikulu
kuipanga bwino kumona mu fimwe fikulu efishaba bwino kuti bayisho kuchita extend so that abantu bambo kuikala ko bwino abantu bena na bafula
Market yeso tabayikula bwino. Mulandu ifi tukwete ni headquarter watukulike ko market ile monika uneliwe pa standard.
And in response to their appeal, Chinsali Mayor Lucy Mkuka has assured the traders of plans to construct a new market already in place.
The budget for 2022, we allocated some funds to do a market at Namburuma 10 of Chinsali, where we felt like we will decongest this market, which is just within town. And we are also doing another market in Kabuta under CDF for 2022 budget.
The expansion of this market will be able to cater for these traders in a modern and conducive infrastructure. Henry Lumpa Jr., Zanis in Chinsali, Muchinga Province.
And in a related development, Jane Famutoshi in Northwestern Province reports that government has released 430,000 kwacha for the completion of the Mushtara Kimasara Bridge in Sorezi. Provincial Deputy Permanent Secretary Naomi Tetamashimba inspected the bridge recently. More in this report.
For the past 5 years, Mushtalaki Masala Bridge has been an abandoned project. However, all hope is not lost as Road Development Agency has received 430,000 kwacha funding from government to complete the project.
We started these works sometime in 2016, but because of funding challenges, we could not complete. And the initial design actually should have been what we call a composite bridge. It should have been a combination of steel and concrete. With the bed bridge kind of arrangement, we'll just have to assemble the steel structure on the side, then we'll pull it across. Yeah? We've received some funds, about 430,000. We should be able to do works with that.
Northwestern Province Deputy Permanent Secretary inspects the bridge and says the road will be next.
We also understand that this road is going to be a bypass for the mines, which will also help decongest town, of course. So today we felt we should come on site to actually appreciate because the funding is in. It's different this time because, like you said, the funding is in so that we see what needs to be done. And also, as government would want to take it further to try to engage now the mines on the road network itself.
And Kandundu residents have not been left out in the joy as works on their bridge by Solwezi Municipal Council will soon be completed.
Muri buno buteko pako bati tuime abantu abengino kwisa vota echo twalefwani change.
About 200 has been spent so far. The works are supposed to be completed in a week's time, like the main works for the bridge, so that the road can be opened. But we are aware that the road also needs to be worked on. So other works will still continue, but the major works so that the road can be opened, we are expected to complete in a week's time.
Reporting for Zanis in Solwezi, Jennifer Mtoshi.
In business news, 2 entrepreneurs, among them a youth, have taken advantage of the demand for school desks in public institutions by making furniture to supply to schools. Fraser Tembo and Gordon Imbwera have since appealed to government for empowerment. Details in this report.
The introduction of free education has resulted in a high turnout of learners, making most schools run out of desks. Fraser Tembo and Gordon Mboera in Mungwa district have joined hands to meet the desk deficit in the area.
Already we have started fabricating desks, and we are able to fabricate 30 to 40 desks a day. We are calling upon the government, especially the Ministry of Science and Technology, Honorable Felix Mtati, to come to our aid. We really need to be boosted.
If we have those machines, we can cut the whole central, even Zambia at large. Therefore, I'm calling upon those people to help us.
Mumbwa District Education Buildings Officer Charles Ndubakwenda has inspected the desks to a certain quality.
Advice to them is they should employ more youth, because this thing, when they train one person, that other person will go and train another one. As a result, we have skilled people in Zambia.
Meanwhile, a youth carpenter in the area is appealing for empowerment to grow his business.
Youth and sports to come to our aid and empower us with the machines that we can use to work on these things, so that when we are given the task to make these, we can say if you are given the task of making 1,000, people should have confidence in us because of the machines that we have. When they
Zanis, Mumbwa.
In our climate change segment, the Forest Department in Northern Province has secured over 122,000 assorted seedlings to plant across the region as a way to mitigate effects of climate change. Chibibi Lubasi filed in this report.
The indiscriminate cutting of trees is responsible for some of the problems that our environment faces, such as soil erosion, droughts and floods. And one of the ways to address this problem is by caring for the environment by undertaking initiatives such as tree planting. Northern Province Permanent Secretary Bernard Mpundu, who graced the tree planting exercise in Kasama, wants everyone to be involved in maintaining the environment.
If we plant trees, all of us can do our part to reduce the amount of damage being caused by plant earth. The Forest Department in Northern Province have raised a total number of 122,253 assorted tree seedlings earmarked to be planted throughout the province. During the 2021-2022 national tree planting season, today we will be witnessing the planting of 11,604.
The Forest Department in the province is also encouraging people to engage in agroforest.
The system that we have commissioned here of planting trees is one of the best and more vibrant agroforestry interventions, which we refer to as intercropping, where you introduce several tree types and agricultural crops together.
One organization that is working with the Forest Department in promoting tree planting is a Lions Club.
It's not just the trees like the pines which we have seen, Forest Department. We can plant fruit trees at our backyard, fruit trees in our gardens. We grow maize, we also plant them.
With climate change adversely affecting the economy, such initiatives by stakeholders is commendable as it will help address the problem. Chibibi Lubasi reporting for Zanis in Kasama District, Northern Province.
We now take you to the Copperbelt Province, where the Ndola Press Club Association has donated assorted items to the 40 families whose houses collapsed due to heavy rains experienced last month in Chipulukusu area. Ainen Sakara accompanied the team and brought us this report.
Last month, these families were hit by the tropical storm Anna, leaving them homeless. The Disaster Management and Mitigation Unit in Ndola helped them with tents, But challenges of food surplus, beddings and clothing among other necessities has been a challenge. Members of the Ndola Press Association who have been covering their stories today decided to drop their pains and join efforts with US company in responding to the situation.
We do believe that this will make a positive impact in their lives, and we're calling upon other stakeholders that would want to partner with NPA to come along, to come on board and ensure that we show tangible love to these our relatives.
More stakeholders need to come on board to help improve the sanitary condition here.
Be license my election every time some form of vote kubantu. Abantu labari mu bwafya enshita yakuza pa ground twabomba twomana kapito mona abantu twabafulisha kapito bafunya mbuchushi.
Among the donated items were second-hand clothes, shoes and mini mattresses.
Kuri ba place yabatulanguluka kolelo na balombele palo pankumbu batumfuila.
Tefo tulala. Itenti lyali talala. Elwe fya kufimba na tatwa kwa tafyonse fya lionaika. So, pali ubwafya sana obukulu. Namba na totera.
Ines Sakala reporting for Zanis in Ndola.
In Eastern Province, the Lions Club of Chipata has donated various food items and groceries to Maguero School for the Blind and Cheshire Homes as part of their program to help the vulnerable in society. Details in this report.
Thank you, distance. We thank you.
The Lions Club is helping various vulnerable communities in Zambia, especially people living with disabilities. The club donated various food items and groceries worth more than 20,000 kwacha to Maguero School for the Blind and Cheshire Homes Zambia in Chipata District, Eastern Province. The Lions Club team was led by District 413 Zambia District Governor Emmanuel Kangwa.
So we came here to share our love with you. We came here to also see how you are doing and what challenges you have. But in coming, we said we cannot go empty-handed. Things are hard, but we will still go with some few things for our children, for our friends, for our dear ones, so that as we leave them, they will remain with something to use and to eat as well.
Maguero School for the Blind head boy, Evans Zulu, welcomed the gesture by the Lions Club.
We really appreciate so much for the things that you have brought to us. May God bless you. We are very happy to have you here as the pupils at Maguero School for the Blind.
Sister Petronera gave a vote of thanks on behalf of the children at Cheshire Homes in Chipata District.
From the very start of Cheshire Homes, of its existence, Lions has been there to support us. So we are very happy that you have remembered us after so many years, from 08 to 2022. You said, let's go back to the roots. Yes. Because if it wasn't you, it was going to be very hard for us to survive, especially from the initial stage. So we really appreciate your gesture.
The ultimate goal should be to give service to the little ones, to support this Cheshire Home so that it continues. We do not want Cheshire Home to go down because the job that you do is really, really critical to our community, to our nation, and to the world at large.
The Lions Club delegation also inspected the kitchen and dining hall at Maguero School for the Blind as a way of appreciating the challenges at the school. Sylvester Chimba for Zanis in Chipata District, Eastern Province.
And finally, in sports, the Minister of Health in Lusaka Province has hosted a sports gala in Ruangwa District as a way to encourage men to undergo voluntary medical male circumcision. Lista Ndumba has more.
The Lusaka Provincial Office Voluntary Medical Male Circumcision Team has hosted a sports gala to scale up sensitization on the importance of voluntary medical male circumcision in Ruangwa District. The games, which took place at Faraday Secondary School, involved some of the local secondary schools and the community's Garamuka and Indico clubs. Ruangwa District Commissioner Luke Chikan graced the occasion.
This event is an opportunity for the people of Ruangwa to know more about medical male circumcision and also have access to services at your doorsteps. Chonde na mpemphani azitate azimai lolani wana wanu wanalume okowela kuchimotoka okochitako circumcision.
Lusaka Provincial Voluntary Medical Male Circumcision Programs Officer Emmanuel Mwamba said the event helped the district to capture more than 50% of its target.
So it helps us, it has a lot of benefits. We prevent STIs, sexually transmitted infections, those that come with ulcers. Then we're also doing it to help the women to avoid cervical cancer, because cervical cancer comes from the men who are not circumcised, because the virus that causes cervical cancer sits under the prostate. So once we remove the skin, it also benefits the women. That's why you see that the women were also involved. Luangwa is one of the districts that is offering campaign. So with the target that they have of 24,640, we are already about 50%. So with the strategy of soccer galas, we will be able to reach the target even before the end of the year.
The final match between Garamuka and Indeko football clubs saw Indeko taking the day by beating their competitor 3-0. The participants in the sports gala were awarded with medals, a ball, and sports attire. Lista Ndumba, Luangwa.
That's all we had for you on Zanis News this morning. But before we go, we look at stories that made headlines once again. Kasapamin Hospital in Mushindamo to have a mortuary. RDA to construct Mushtara Kimasara Bridge in Solwezi. And Ndola Press Club aids to 40 families whose houses collapsed. Thank you so much for having watched Zanis News, and on behalf of the entire production team, my name is Mike Omayani. Until next time, good morning.